Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for another video. It's time to do our best bets for all of our Week 10 NFL matchups we have coming up. We have 13 really good games to break down. The teams are starting to separate themselves from one another. What we're going to be focusing on today is not just the predictions and outcome for the games, but the best bets, the money lines, the spreads, the over-unders. But before we get started, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment down below. What's your favorite pick? Who do you think is going to win these games? But more importantly, what's your favorite bet of the weekend out of these matchups? If you want to sign up for one of our member teams, make sure to check out that pinned comment down below. Click on that link, sign up there, and I would definitely appreciate it. Let's not waste any more time. Let's jump right into it. Now moving on to our Sunday game, Sunday, November 9th at 9:30 a.m. We're back to playing in Europe. This is going to be our Berlin matchup. We're not in London for once. We're going to be in Berlin on the NFL Network. The 3-5 Atlanta Falcons. Penix actually got the offense back on track this past weekend. They lost it, but they made the game competitive. They'll be playing against the 7-2 Indianapolis Colts, who, yes, they're coming off of a loss, but overall so far this season, in the early portion of the season, this is one of the best teams in the NFL. They've come out of nowhere this season. The offense is playing great. They can throw it. They can run it. They have a really good defense. Daniel Jones is out there looking like Andrew Luck. He's slinging it. He's a dual-threat quarterback. He will extend plays, get out of the pocket. He's still keeping his eyes looking down the field. Colts 69.8% chance to win. Falcons 29.9%. But when you're playing in Europe, that's not just a road game. Crazy things can happen on the other side of the world, so expect the unexpected. Colts 6.5-point favorites, 48.5 over-under. Falcons, Penix. Penix is going to have a big day here. You don't want to get into a shootout with the Colts because Penix, yes, he's a vertical passing quarterback, but he's not necessarily the most accurate quarterback so far, especially on the intermittent throws. What really stands out, though, is the running back matchup. We have Bijan Robinson, one of the better running backs in the NFL, going up against Jonathan Taylor, who leads the NFL in rushing, 900 yards on the ground, 12 rushing touchdowns. Pittman, Pierce, Daniel Jones, 14 touchdowns, 6 picks, 2,400 yards. Falcons are averaging 17.9 a game, throwing for 219, running for 117, giving up 22.3. Colts 32.2 points a game, top 3 offense in the NFL, throwing for 258, running for 126, giving up 20.1 points a game, only 87 given up on the ground. Falcons want to lean on Bijan Robinson. The Colts want to take him away from them, completely make him a non-factor. Easier said than done, but the Colts have the defensive line to do it. Force Penix into third and long situations where maybe you can create some havoc in the backfield, create some turnovers. Give me the Colts winning this one in Europe, 27-20. So give me the Colts to cover the spread here, and we're just barely going with the under. And coming back over to the States at 1 p.m. on Fox, the 2-7 New York Giants. The big issue for the Giants here is obviously they've lost so many of their star playmakers. Scattaboo's out for the season. Neighbors is out for the season. Jackson Dart, since he became the full-time starter, he's actually putting up really good numbers. He can carry this team. Him and Robinson having a good season. But half of their primary production is now gone. They'll be on the road versus the 5-3 Chicago Bears. The Bears much improved over where they were last season. Yes, the defense is still a massive question mark. But Caleb Williams is playing well, looks a lot better than last year. He doesn't have happy feet so far. 12 touchdowns, 4 picks, 2,000 yards. The Bears, 49.7% chance to win. The Giants, a 49.9% chance. That's practically a 50-50 split with the fan vote. You can make a very strong case for this game to go either way. The Bears are 3.5-point favorites. 48 over-under. New York, 21.9 points a game, throwing for 204, running for 118, giving up 27.7 points a game. They give up 150 on the ground. Look for the Bears, concentrate on that ground and pound, try to open up some play action. Odunze, Moore, Chicago, 26.9 points a game. Pretty good offense this season, throwing for 234, running for 144.4, having a lot of success running, and the Giants do get gashed a lot on the ground. They are giving up 28.4 points a game. So as many points as the Bears score, they also give up a buttload of points. There may be some opportunities here for the Giants to get some points. Try to hold onto the ball as long as possible. Long time of possessions, that's the key. But I think ultimately the Bears are going to win it at home. Chicago wins 27-23. So I got to go with the Bears covering this one, and we're going to go with the over. And then at 1 p.m. on Fox, the 1-8 New Orleans Saints, they're holding on to that one win here, guys. They need some type of win. They need some type of miracle. They need some momentum. They've been shuffling quarterbacks back and forth. They got some playmakers here, but obviously with that, there's some trade options. They'll be on the road here versus the 5-4 Carolina Panthers, coming off a win versus the Packers. I don't think there's very many people that had the Panthers pulling off the upset at Lambeau Field versus the Packers. They pulled it off. I've been saying the entire season, if you give Bryce Young a consistent run game, he can work the play action, but he needs that run as a foundation here. Panthers much improved over last season, basically picking off right where they left off the second half of last year. Carolina 66.1% chance to win. Saints 33.7%.
Might be crazy to say, but are the Panthers potentially a playoff team right now? It's all going to come down to Dowdle on the ground. Dowdle having a great season, almost 800 rushing yards, opening up that play action. McMillan looks like a steal in the first round. Saints 15.3 points a game, throwing for 198, running for 90, giving up 27 points a game. Carolina 18.9 points a game, throwing for 171, running for 140. They love the ground and pound, giving up 22.8 points a game, which is about 13 less than they were last year. Like I said, much better than last season. Give me Carolina winning this one. They continue to roll. They win 24-17.
The Saints are definitely bound to pull off one of the upsets at some point. I just don't have it being this weekend. Give me the Panthers winning, covering the spread. We're going with the over.
And this next game is going to be a fun one. Fox at 1 p.m. The 3-5 Baltimore Ravens. They want to get back in that AFC race here. They lost Lamar Jackson a couple of games, set this team back. When he went out, they had the number one offense in the NFL. But they also have the dead last defense. The offense fell off without him. Obviously, he's one of the most electrifying players in the entire country. He can throw for 4,500 yards. He can run for 1,000 yards. He does a little bit of everything with a very talented offensive roster. With him back, with him being fully healthy, which he showed last week, this team is ready to take off. They got to take a week-by-week, chip their way back to 500. They're on the road versus the 4-4 Minnesota Vikings, coming off that upset victory versus the Lions. J.J. McCarthy came back, actually played pretty good last week, but the question you have to ask yourself, do you think J.J. McCarthy can go blow for blow with Lamar Jackson? Vikings 35.7% chance to win. Ravens 64% chance. Baltimore's 4-point favorites, 48.5 over-under. Lamar Jackson 1,100 yards, 14 touchdowns, only one pick, and he missed a couple games. Derrick Henry, Flowers, Andrews, likely weapons everywhere. They're averaging 25.3, throwing for 183, running for 136, giving up 27 points a game. On the other side, Minnesota, Mason and Jefferson here. J.J. McCarthy has the playmakers, but he has to play smart. Do not give the Ravens any extra possessions, no turnovers. They're averaging 22.8, throwing for 191, running for 100, giving up 23.3 points a game. Even though the Vikings pulled off the upset, I like Lamar Jackson giving the Ravens some type of breath of life. They win 26-20.
I'm going to go with the Baltimore Ravens covering the spread. And if you see there, we're just barely going to go with that under. Make sure to keep your eye on that line as you get close to game time.
1 p.m. on CBS, the 6-2 Buffalo Bills. The Bills getting back to their winning ways. They finally beat the Chiefs again during the regular season. We always know that's always a massive hurdle whenever they play them. Usually, though, the big hurdle is in the playoffs. If they get to play them again, at least they know they can pull off the victory. You just got to do it in the playoffs for once. They'll be on the road versus the 2-7 Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins 34.8% chance to win. The Bills 64.9%. The fire sale has started in Miami. They've already been getting rid of playmakers. They might be getting rid of some more now through the offseason. Tua here, no turnovers. Don't try to run the ball. Don't do anything crazy, and maybe you can pull off the upset at home. Buffalo, 8.5-point favorites, 49.5 over. And like I said, 65% chance to win this one, basically. Josh Allen, the reigning MVP award winner, 1,900 passing yards, 13 touchdowns, 4 picks. He'll also take off and run on you. Cook, almost 900 on the ground. Can get, they don't have a truly great wide receiver. They do need a wide receiver number one, but overall, a talented wide receiver core. Just not a true number one threat. On the other side, they have Waddle, Arch, and they got some weapons. Buffalo, 29.4 points a game, throwing for 224. Running for 162, very balanced on the offensive side, giving up 20.9 points a game. Solid secondary. Only giving up 169 pass yards per game. That doesn't bode well versus a Dolphins team where Tua's been struggling with interceptions. Miami 20 points a game, throwing for 194. Running for 97, giving up 27 points a game. Really nothing's going in the right direction at Miami. Give me Buffalo winning this one, 33-20.
I just can't do the Dolphins here. I just don't in any way see it happening. There's no possibility of it, right? Give me the Bills to win this one to cover the spread. We'll go with the over.
1 p.m. on CBS, the 5-3 Jacksonville Jaguars. They were riding a little bit of a losing streak there, got things back on track, won a very competitive game on the road. Trevor Lawrence, yes, he's not putting up great numbers, but he's more decisive this season, and they need that. Travis Etienne having a great season on the ground, and they're adding Myers. That's a massive upgrade at the wide receiver position. They'll be on the road versus the 3-5 Houston Texans. Obviously, the big question here is C.J. Stroud going to be playing this game? Got a concussion last game, might play this game, might not. I hate the unknowns. I hate not knowing who's going to be under center for the Texans, and they need him on offense. Texans are a 48.5% chance to win. The Jags, a 51.1%. Very close fan vote here. The fans don't have a lot of confidence in the Jags on the road, even with the questions around Stroud. Jacksonville, they're the underdog. The Texans, 1.5-point favorites, 38 over-under. Very low-scoring game. Houston, with that number one defense, is getting a lot of praise. Jags, 22 points a game, throwing for 215, running for 124, giving up 23 points a game. Only 86 on the ground. Really good rush defense, and their defense is creating a lot of turnovers. Houston, 21 points a game, throwing for 212, running for 109. but it's the defense. Deservedly so, they get a lot of praise, getting a 15.1 points a game. Whenever you have a good defense like that and you're at home, you definitely have a shot to pull off the victory here, and you're the favorites. But I'm going to go Jacksonville. Give me the Jags to continue the momentum on the road versus their in-division rival. They win this one 20-17.
I'm going upset here, guys. Give me the Jags, the plus 1.5, and the under. This next game is two teams that can score points in buttloads. 1 p.m. on CBS, the 7-2 New England Patriots leading their division. Right now, Vrabel looks like Bill Belichick. Drake May looks like Tom Brady, looks like the old Patriots. This team's rolling. They're playing offense. They're playing defense. They're on the road versus one of the highest scoring teams in the NFL, the 6-2 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield, this team's been banged up the entire season. Does not matter who is down. If you just give him a warm body, someone to catch the ball, he's going to give them the ball in space. He's having a great season, making up for all the injuries. Tampa Bay, 57.6% chance to win at home. The Pats, a 42.1%. Patriots, they've been kicking some butt the last couple weeks, but at some point they're probably due for the upset. The Bucs are 2.5-point favorites, 48.5 over-under. New England, 26.3 points a game, throwing for 238, running for 112, giving up 18.8, only giving up 75.4 on the ground. A really good front seven. Can they disrupt Baker Mayfield, who's just slinging it up and down the field? Tampa Bay, 24.6 points a game, which is really good considering a lot of their veterans have been injured this season. Throwing for 225, running for 98, giving up 22.3. This is one of those games, flip a coin, it could go either way. Would not be surprised who wins this game, but I'm going to go with the Pats on the road pulling off the upset. They win it 28-24. Like I already said, this is one of those games could go either way, but give me the Patriots pulling off the upset. I'm going with the plus 2.5. We're going to go with the over. CBS at 4:05 p.m. The 3-5 Arizona Cardinals. What a performance they had last week. Could Jacoby Brissett do that again back-to-back weeks? They'll be on the road here. Very tough place for the road team to play. The 6-2 Seattle Seahawks. Let's call it like it is. Seahawks look like one of the best teams in the NFL. Looks like a playoff Super Bowl level team. They have a 64% chance to win. 6.5-point favorites at home. 45.5 over-under. Kyler Murray obviously banged up. Martin Harrison Jr., he's going to have a massive game. Cardinals have a lot of injuries. They're averaging 22.5. Throwing for 203, running for 112, giving up 21.4. They don't have a bad defense, but without Kyler Murray out there, can they move the ball enough on the road versus Seahawks defense? Seattle, great offense. How about Sam Darnold picking up where he left off last season with the Vikings? 16 touchdowns, 5 picks. Charbonnet, Walker, Smith-Njigba, almost 1,000 yards receiving. They're adding 28.9. Throwing for 255, running for 104, only giving up 18.8 points a game. Like I said, they can do everything. Give me Seattle winning this at home, 27-17. Seahawks cover the spread, going with the under.
4:25 p.m. on Fox. We were really robbed from a great offensive matchup here because Jaden Daniels went out, broke his arm. Well, he didn't break his arm technically, but he injured his arm, let's say. Took him out for the season. It's a massive loss here. We would have loved to see Lions Commanders. It is what it is, though. We have the 5-3 Detroit Lions coming off an upset loss, wanting to get things back on track, wanting to get that offense back being going. They had a number one offense last year. They have a top 5 offense again this season. They'll be on the road versus the 3-6 Washington Commanders. Like I said, the big news, Jaden Daniels not going to be playing. That's a massive loss there. I don't even know why he was in the game anyways at that point. It was already a blowout loss. Marcus Mariota, though, a lot of reps under his belt. He can pull off the upset. He can lead this team. He's done it before. Washington, 34.4% chance to win. Detroit, 65.3%. I just want to see some consistency from the Lions. They look really good one week, and then they look like crap the next week. We know that this is a Super Bowl caliber team. Let's just get it back rolling. Detroit, 8.5-point favorites, 49.5 over-under. Jared Goff putting up great numbers. They have Gibbs, Montgomery, St. Brown, Laporta. There's weapons at every single position. Quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end. They got everything. 29.9 points a game. Throwing for 226, running for 125, 22.3 points a game. Commanders, 22.3 points a game. Throwing for 190, running for 140. Very balanced offense, but they don't have Jaden Daniels. He's the machine behind everything. They're giving out 26.2. Give me the Lions winning this one. I would love to see Washington pull off an upset here, but I don't think they got the horses, especially without Daniels. Detroit, coming off a loss, they rebound with the win. They win 30-21.
The Lions cover that huge spread, and we're going with the over.
Then on Fox at 4:25 p.m., the 6-2 Los Angeles Rams. Let's just call it like it is, guys. The Rams are one of the best teams in the NFL, one of the most complete teams, veteran quarterback, good offense, really good defense, really good front seven, and that's what it always comes down to the trenches. They'll be on the road versus the 6-3 San Francisco 49ers. How the 49ers are 3 games over 500, I don't even know. They've had so many injuries this season. The healthiest person on the team has been Christian McCaffrey. What world is this? He's completely carrying this team on his back. 600 receiving yards, 700 rushing yards. He's doing everything. San Francisco, 54.7% chance to win. The Rams, a 45% chance. San Francisco, They might have Brock Purdy back. They might be going with Mac Jones. I don't know that it necessarily really matters because no matter who they roll out there, they're still winning a lot of games. Right now, the Rams on the road, 3.5-point favorites, 49.5 over under. But what's really exciting about this game is it's a very good coaching matchup. McVay versus Shanahan going at it for another round. Right now, the Rams 26.1 points a game, throwing for 258, running for 112, giving up 15.9. Really good defense. Top 3 defense in the NFL. They got the veteran staff for 21 touchdowns, only 2 picks. His most efficient season probably of his career, 2,200 yards. They got Williams at the running back position. They got Nakua. Nakua's banged up again, but if he can get on the field somehow, a really good team. And on the other side, San Francisco, 21.6 points a game, throwing for 255, running for 97, giving up 20.9 points a game, even with the injuries. 3 games over 500. To me, this game, it's a pick-up. It's a toss-up, flip a coin. That's going to be the outcome here. But I'm going to go with the Rams. I've seen a lot more consistency from them, but it's probably just because they've been a little healthier. Give me the Rams pulling off the win here. Close game, 28-24.
And yet again, the Rams cover the spread. Give me the -3.5, and we're going to go with the over.
And our final Sunday night game, but second to last overall game, 8:20 p.m. on NBC, the 5-3 Pittsburgh Steelers. How about Aaron Rodgers? Let's just say this about Aaron Rodgers. He doesn't quite look like, like 2015 Green Bay Packers Rodgers, but he's looking pretty good. 1,700 yards, 17 touchdowns, 5 picks. He's showing he still has the arm strength. He can still zip it down the field. They're on the road here versus one of the strongest on quarterbacks, the 6-3 Los Angeles Chargers. Harbaugh, loving the pass this season. They're not running it much, but the passing game's been working. They're pushing the ball down the field. McClonkley, they got the weapons this season. Justin Herbert having a great year, 2,400 yards, 18 touchdowns, 8 picks. Steelers, 37% chance to win. Chargers, 62.7. But I think with the weapons on these teams, with them both playing well, this game's a toss-up. Right now, Chargers, 3-point favorites, 45.5 over-under. Steelers averaging 25.3 points a game, throwing for 201, running for 87. They don't rush the ball very much. That's their largest weakness is they don't have a great ground game. Puts a lot of pressures on Rodgers, puts a lot of pressure on that wide receiver core, and they're giving up 24.4 points a game. Definitely not a Mike Tomlin type team. They give up 278 through the air. The defense has to tighten up. Chargers, 23.9 points a game, throwing for 251, running for 124, giving up 21.4 points a game. This is one of those games, it's a pretty hard one to call. It's 50-50 to me personally. I can make a strong case for the Chargers. I can make a strong case for the Steelers. But why not? I'm going to go with the upset here. Give me the Steelers winning this one on the road, 24-23. Oh no, guys, how did we skip this game? 1 p.m. on CBS. The 2-6 Cleveland Browns. Oh, the Cleveland Browns. Really good defense roster-wise on paper. They just need the offense. For the love of God, get a couple first downs. Get the defense off the field. They can only bend so long before they break. They need help. They need the offense to have a consistent drive. They can have some time to rest. They'll be on the road versus the 1-7 New York Jets. The Jets 1-7 might get a might get the first overall pick in the draft coming up. It's going to be them or the Titans probably. Either way, these teams have some massive holes. Right now, New York 64.9% chance to win. Cleveland 34.8% chance. The Browns are 2.5-point favorites, 37.5 over under. Cleveland 15.8 points a game, one of the worst offenses in the NFL. Throwing for 174, only running for 89.5. That's not sustainable. Got to get a ground game here, especially when you need to buy your defense some time. And they're giving up 23 points a game. The defense much better than that. They're just on the field the entire game. New York 21 points a game, throwing for 157. The worst passing team in the NFL. Well, second to worst passing team in the NFL next to the Titans. Running for 144, giving up 27.6 points a game. No matter who they rule out at the quarterback position, they're also not moving the ball well, and they give up a lot of yards on the ground. I think that might benefit the Browns here, especially with that Browns defensive front seven bottling up the quarterback. Give me Cleveland win this one, 26-23. And we officially made it to our final game of the Week 10 matchups. We have at 8:15 p.m., November 10th, Monday night, ABC, the 6-2 Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles, the reigning Super Bowl champions here. They're not limping in this game. They're just not quite playing at the level they were last season. Jalen Hurts, yeah, he's had a couple good games, 15 touchdowns, 1 pick, but it's been the misses on the deep vertical passing game. Smith, especially Brown. Brown's been pretty pissed off the last couple weeks. Barkley's banged up right now. The offensive line, it's still good. They still have the tush push, but they're just not playing up to Super Bowl par so far. But this is obviously one of the most talented rosters in the NFL. There's no denying that. Whenever they turn it on, and they will, you do not want to play this team. They'll be on the road versus the 5-2-1 Green Bay Packers, coming off that awful loss this past weekend. But one thing that I have to say about that, I don't think it's that likely that the Packers lose 2 straight at home at Lambeau Field. They're probably due to rebound with a strong performance. That's the way they've been doing this entire season. They look hot, then they play a crappy game, then they get things right back on track. Green Bay, 53.4% chance to win. Philadelphia, 46.2% chance. Green Bay's 2.5-point favorites, 44.5 over-under. Love here. 13 touchdowns, 3 picks. They lost a couple of their best playmakers, but still, Love can do a lot here, and they have a solid overall defense. Philadelphia, 26 points a game, throwing for 193, running for 112, getting 23.1 points a game. Green Bay, 25.8 points a game, throwing for 248, running for 113, giving up 20.5 points a game. But I think the defense is pissed off right now. They want to make up for that close loss last week. They want to rebound. They're going to bottle up Hurts, keep him in the pocket, force him into those difficult passing situations, and see if he can beat you vertically with his arm without a consistent run game for the Eagles. Give me Green Bay winning this one, 23-20.
The Eagles pull off the upset, going with the +2.5. We're going to go with the under. Guys, that's our best bets for all of our Week 10 NFL games. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, drop your comments down below. What's your favorite game this weekend? Who do you think is going to win these games this weekend? Drop it in the comment section. If you want to sign up for one of our member teams, check out that pin comment below. Click on the link, sign up there, and I would definitely appreciate it. And as always, thanks for watching.